Hi guys, welcome to Entertainment. On the latest episodes, let's check out what are the things you should consistently be training your sales force in. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you should understand your profitability depends completely on the strength and efficiency of your sales force. So if you want to be profitable, let's check out what are the things you should be training your sales force in. Alright, the first thing that I would recommend for you to train your sales force is on the sales pitch. The sales pitch is one of the most important aspects about the sale is because it's the exact script your salesman is going to use to lure the customer. However, the sales pitch needs to keep being updated again and again, and this is the entrepreneur's responsibility. The sales pitch should be updated to the very day in terms of current affairs, bank rates, national economic statuses. At the same time, you need to understand the sales pitch. It plays the most important role because it's the gun if you're the soldier. It's the axe if you're the woodcutter. What the mistake we usually make is by not sharpening our pitch. If your sales force is giving you a lot of excuses about less productivity, or if you feel as a salesman you're putting in your 100% effort but not getting the due results, it's because you haven't sharpened your pitch. You haven't sharpened your axe. If you use the same old blunt axe again and again to cut the wood, it's going to take you 1,000 attempts to cut the wood once. But if you sharpen the axe, 50 to 100 hits gets the same result what 1,000 hits would have got. If you turn this around into what I'm talking about, what I mean is, if your pitch is better, you can get 10 customers in probably 50 attempts, or 20 attempts, or 30 attempts. If your pitch is not sharp, it might take you 500 attempts to just crack 10 customers. And that's the importance of sharpening and training your workforce on the sales pitch. Alright, the second thing I'd like to share with everybody is the art of objection handling. Now, this is one of the most important skills you need to train your sales force on, because only 1 out of 100 customers is going to fall into your customer base without any objections. 99 out of 100 customers will have to be given a very good reason. Why should they shift from their existing product to yours? Why should they leave their existing service and switch to yours? Why should they not go for the one product they see in the mall, but they should go for yours? It's your sales guy who is going to give them that assurance. And if you want him to be successful, better train him on objection handling. Your brand ambassador is not the guy who comes on TV, but your brand ambassador is the guy who sits in front of the customer. He is the most important asset of your company, right? Let's check out point number 3. Point number 3 is product knowledge and the frequently asked questions. Now, if your salesman is not going to know what is his or her product, how is he going to sell it? You can never sell something you would not buy. It is impossible, not impossible, but very, very difficult to sell something you would personally not buy. So if you really want your sales guys to be effective, ensure that you are explaining to them what is your product. You are training them to answer the frequently asked questions by the customer, right? Your salesman is your brand ambassador. Your brand ambassador is not the one who comes on TV, it's the guy who sits in front of your customer. Alright, the fourth and the most important thing I would also like to share with you is self-grooming of your sales force. Now, what do I mean by self-grooming is your sales force's appearance matter. They are the one who are representing your company, the quality of your company, the quality of your leadership, the ability of your sales force, the authenticity of the company, the quality of the product. Everything is represented by the way your sales force represents themselves. And the way they groom themselves is a major aspect of their representation. Before somebody hears you, they look at you. If they don't like what they look at, they don't want to hear you. Alright guys, the next thing I'd like to share with you is your tone of voice and your body language. Now, understand what I'm saying, that your tone of voice and your body language is the most important thing that makes your presentation impactful, that makes your presentation effective, that actually impulses the guy sitting in front of you is your tone of voice and your body language. It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. Alright, the next most important thing about selling is the art of gate crashing. If you want to be a guy who can sell well, and if you want your sales force to effectively go out and get you the big numbers, you have to teach them the art of gate crashing into the most exquisite places ever. Now, what I mean by that is, if you have a guy in mind, if you have a sales guy who you look up to, or you have this guy in your office who is winning every competition, who is smashing all records, who do you think he's pitching? He's not pitching fish, he's pitching whales. He's pitching the big guns. Where are you going to find these big guns? You have to hunt these big guns down. Your sales guys have to be fearless. They have to be gate crashing places where probably they might not be allowed, but where they might find the big gun and might earn the big gun's attention. This is what sales guys do. This is what journalists do. This is what people in the service industry have to do to get noticed. The next thing that I'm going to share with you guys is very, very sensitive. It's an issue of customer service. You have to train your sales guys, not consistently, but every day on customer service. You can make a sale without following the right customer service norms, but that will be the only sale you make as a sales guy, or that will be the only time that customer ever buys your product. If you want to retain your customer, if you want your customer to be retained, you want your customer to be loyal to your brand, you want your customer to be loyal to your firm, or you just want your customer to be loyal to your sales guy, you have to ensure that your customer service norms are absolutely fantastic. Your sales guy is carrying out his customer service, building a relation with the customer in a very, very professional way. Your customer service defines the reputation of your company, again, defines the reputation of your brand. Also, for a lot of companies, it also affects the share prices of a lot of companies. And that's why your customer service needs to be intact. In today's world of a lot of social media updates, a lot of social media connectivity, it's very easy to brand your company and also to defame your company when it comes to customer service. That's why I said it's very, very sensitive. If you're an entrepreneur, this is one area you have to pay attention to every day. All right. The next and one of the most important things you should focus on training your sales force is on the art of breaking the ice, is the icebreakers. Icebreakers are basically the technique of building an informal relationship with your customer. When two people meet for the first time, the environment is so formal. Each one of them are so scared to say the first word. But when we basically talk to our friends, it's very, very easy. It's very casual. And we can talk even without thinking. If that's the relationship you and your customer share, you are cracking a deal. And let me tell you, this is not the only deal you're going to crack. You're going to crack more deals from the same customer. What I'm talking about is customer retention. If you want to retain number of customers and a lot of customers for your brand for a long-term duration, you need to understand your sales guy has to break the ice with the customers. He has to befriend the customers. In a very, very professional and a big term, it's called customer relationship management. And the last point on this video that I'd like to cover with you, and this is again very, very important. This is not something that you see in a regular training manual. And let me tell you, this point is not going to be in any training manual, any sales teaching book, in any coaching book, nothing. But again, this is very practical, very important. You want to get your sales figures high, focus on what I'm about to say next. The next is competitor strategies. If you want your sales guy to be better than your competitor sales guy, you better know your competitor sales strategies. You better share them with your sales guy, and you better train your sales guy to outperform your competitor sales guy. It's very important to know what strategy your competitor is using. What is his pricing? Where all is he marketing his product? Which mode of marketing is he using? What is his market segmentation? You need to know that. If you want to better him, you need to know that. You want to learn from the best and be the best, then you better do that right now. Thunder, thunder.